There's one 3-word to say when somebody says you can't. Go funk yourself.
Well. If it isn't another Songs Explained video with Go Funk Yourself. Episode 18, Fallout. So, I went to New York City the summer of 2022, maybe 2021. Honestly, I don't remember. Now I'm thinking it's 21. Regardless, doesn't matter. All that shows is that I've been forgetting where I am for the past 3 years. What that means to this song, seeing city lights spinning in circles, not a city, I can't live in a commercial. I popped in, fall out, watch as the city burned down. You know, so that's the chorus for this song. And so I wrote that kind of inspired by it. Like, one of my favorite lines I've ever written is seeing city lights spinning in circles, not a city guy can't live in a commercial. Can't live in a commercial being the punchline is my favorite, obviously. That I feel like hits, right? Because it's like walking around a big city like that, you literally feel like you're in a commercial because of the literal commercials on the buildings, the amount of people, the advertisement, even if it's not literal LEDs, it's like there's advertising everywhere, there's signage everywhere, there's fucking shit everywhere, there's rats. No, I actually loved my time in New York, but we weren't there for long. We were there for a weekend. But that's kind of what the song's about. It's kind of like, hey, I love to rage. I love to party. The rage is definitely in big cities, right? Like, rage music sounds better driving around a big city than it does in the suburbs, right? That's why a lot of people from the suburbs like calm, wispy music or country music and stuff like that. And then you go to the cities and it's fucking crazy shit, loud shit, like 808, like even like techno-y, like like you go to Detroit. This is a sidebar, but I literally discovered how they discovered techno when I went to Detroit one time. Similar, I mean, this is on brand for this song because this song doesn't have to be about New York. It could be about any big city, right? And so, post a festival night, I was walking around the big city of Detroit, which, you know, sounds bad on paper if you've never been, but for those of you that have been, there's a downtown part right by the park that the festival is at. The park is on the water. And then right there, that's like, you know, the uppity district. That's where corporate shit is, whatever. So walking around, it wasn't as crazy or sketchy as you may think or it may sound. Regardless. As I was walking around, I heard people playing on buckets, and they were playing that BPM that is techno. Like they were playing techno on buckets, and in techno, when you're listening to it, there's a lot of like deep sounds and like things that almost sound lost in the mix. And when I was walking around, the car horns and people shouting in the distance and like the banter and people's brakes squealing or that kind of stuff was like those sounds to this guy's bucket drum that he was playing like the techno kick on and bass on. And it was like, because he had a melody, it was like drums that played different notes or pitches, and he was playing like a little bass line on them. And then all those other sounds were like the ear candy. And like, yes, I was on drugs. But still, like, that doesn't change the fact that, like, the people that discovered Detroit techno was probably on drugs when they were playing that shit, and they're like, we gotta put this on a laptop, um, or however they did it. I'm sure it wasn't a laptop back in the day, but you know what I'm saying. Either way, this song's interesting because I didn't really make like that trap shit, that dub shit for a minute before it got into it. But then I just went on a bender one weekend, like 3 days in a row, working on this song 12 hours in a row. And that, to honestly, to this day, is the most time I've spent on a song since. And I think the way it sounds shows. You know, the verses came a little bit afterwards. The second verse in particular is a lot of dick holding and dick swinging. Make a sound on the scene going cyber. That's like a line referencing the fact that I'm forecasting people giving a fuck about my music when I drop cyberfunk. When that drops, I don't know. That could be years down the line, to be honest with you, because that's one of those projects that I refuse to finish until it's like what it's supposed to be. Because a lot of times you can rush. I'm a big picture guy, right? And if the big picture isn't the way I pictured it, right? I'm not gonna just put it out because I think it needs to be put out. Why are we in a rush? There's nothing to be in a rush about. Nobody's lining up at the door waiting to hear my music. Put it out when it's ready. And, you know, I'll just keep doing random stuff. And if it is multiple years down the line from now, which I don't know, I wouldn't be mad if it is, right? But if something happens and I knock out a bunch and I love it more recent or, you know, whatever, then I'm not going to be that stressed, right? But Fallout 100% going to be on Cyberpunk when it comes, right? Because it's like the first song of that feeling of Cyberpunk, of like the sound that it is, the particular synths that I use, along with, you know, some lyrics, some singing, some rapping, whatever it may be, some vocal performance. I don't know. I think it's a dope song. I think it smacks hard as fuck, to be honest with you. It's one of those where I want to make a video for it, and I will make a video for it. I just haven't quite established the right direction for that video. But I was waiting to put it out for a long time because I thought I needed to come up with that idea, but then I realized, like, this is stupid. I need to put this out. Let it be out when I come up with the idea later on, then do the idea then. It's not like I'm going to hate this song, right? But yeah, Fallout. That thing's a hitter. It's an absolute hitter. I don't know. That's all I got. Fallout, going to the big, it's about, you know, going and partying and doing drugs in the big city for a couple of days, but that's all I got, you know, like, that's not my life. I can't do that. Again, I don't want to live in a commercial, but I'll visit the commercial any day. Episode 18, Songs Explained, Fallout with your boy, Go Funk Yourself. Peace.
See a city like spinning in circles. Not a city, I can't live in a commercial. I popped in